Advisory committee to the town when it comes to all issues about preserving the open space aspects of our town. That includes wildlife, native plants, weed control, anything about how to keep this town as lovely as it is. We overlap a lot with some of the other committees on town. There's environmental design, there are pathways, a lot of things get involved because so much of our environment interacts in different ways. And that's part of what a lot of these lectures that we put on, sort of the underlying theme is that everything we do interacts with something else. And it's not enough to just go get rid of one thing because then something else takes its place, or these unintended consequences of how to sort of maintain our houses amidst this wonderful rural atmosphere. This particular presentation is one of a series we've been doing of living with wildlife, which really are born of people's comments and what they ask us about. We've done things on owls and bats, and rats is kind of an odd one because we didn't want people to think, hey, we want rats in our town. So unlike the owls and bats. So one of the things we want to express is that part of what we do with the town is also how do we get rid of the things that we don't want to have and do it in a fashion that's also in keeping with the environment we have. It was just amazing to us, every meeting we had, rats would come up for one reason or another. Either people had them, or which ones should they get rid of, or how should they get rid of them in the right way. We thought, we need to get the experts in to tell us how to do this. So we were super pleased with the turnout we've had and the interest we had, and you'll see more of these kind of presentations going forward. Before I get into the format, every time we have these presentations, I like to ask a little show of hands, how many people here have been to one of these kind of lectures here before? Oh, actually a lot of, I'd say less than a third, or maybe a third, so a lot of new people. We're really glad to have you here. And one of the questions is, how did you find out about it? Was it the flyer you got in the mail? Wow. Way to go, U.S. Postal Service. And then one other thing I like to do every time is take this opportunity for those of you who don't come to many presentations or things about the town, is to kind of point out some of the people you may see around town and not realize who they are and what they're doing for you. For example, I may need some help in finding out who all we have here that are part of the town governance and committees. Because actually a lot of people are involved in the town both as elected officials as well as volunteer committees. And I see a lot of faces I know of who are on various committees. The first person I'll point out is we have one of our council members, people who sit up at this wonderful lectern here while we're having the big council meetings. This is actually Mayor Jean Mordo, and I'd like to let him sort of talk about how it gets to
Thank you. It's a pleasure to welcome all of you here. This is a great series, and we are thankful for the initiative that the Open Space Committee has taken. By the way, we have the honorary chair of in perpetuity of the Open Space Committee, Nancy Couperis. Unfortunately, she was very instrumental in organizing this, but she, I don't know if some of you know that, she fell last week and broke her hip. She was pulled by her dog while walking the dog at the Westwood Barn, and unfortunately she fell, broke her hip, and she got operated successfully, and she is now recovering at the hospital, and she'll due to come home in a few days. So, oh, she just got home. You'd see Couperis, her husband is right there. So we're very thankful for Nancy Couperis, who created this committee about 4 or 5 years ago. And this committee has been terrific in getting information to the resident and getting a lot of work to protect our beautiful environment. One of the negative of the beautiful environment is, well, a lot of wildlife also finds it beautiful and they like to live here. And some of them we like to have around, like deer, not in excess, but some of them. And then there are some that we don't like at all. So I guess we're going to all learn tonight. I'm here, like all of you, because I have rats all over the place, and I want to find out how to deal with them. So again, thank you very much all for coming. And the show is really impressive. It's really very encouraging. Thank you.
Do we have any other committee chairs here?
Yeah, Roy Woolsey, Community Relations Committee. We do the town picnic every year.
It's all good. Yes.
John Footland, Chair of Planning Commission.
Hands there too. I think Sandy just walked in. You're Chair of Environmental Design?
I'm not a
you will see here many instances because she's so involved with environmental design around the town. Okay, for the format tonight, we have 3 wonderful speakers. Each is going to speak 15 to 20 minutes from some different aspects of dealing with rats. And after each speaker, we'll have maybe 10 minutes up to 10 minutes of Q&A. I'm sure we'll have lots of questions, and we'll try and sort of keep it balanced amongst the 3 speakers. And we'll try and keep the questions sort of distributed around the audience and around the topics. Anything I've forgotten before we get started? Yes?
Ginger Summit from Pathways.
Oh.
And Rich Larson about the sewers.
Oh, actually, I didn't see that. So where's Ginger? There's Ginger right there, chair of the Pathways Committee, which, oh my gosh, which is a long time.
We have a new chair.
Okay, let me go grab your control then.
Ginger has been involved in many town committees for many years, and the Pathways is one of the toughest committees to be a part of because everyone has an opinion on those those pathways, and they're almost always arguing about something on that. So she really had to sort of bear the brunt of that. And Rich Larson obviously had also worked his way through a lot of government issues to deal with the sewers.
Everyone calls me a poop head. I don't know.
Okay, with that, one other thing I wanted to mention. There is a handout going around. I just want to explain the context of that. Kate Bushnell, a citizen who's not here tonight, wanted to make sure that her views about rats were included here. So it's a citizen, handing out information. I can't speak for the accuracy or the viewpoint of that, but that's what that is. I'm sure I made comments. Kay would love to hear it.